Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. Today we're looking at a paper from the Hugging Face trending list, published on December 3, 2025, about 2 days ago. It introduces DAComp, a 210-task benchmark that shows even state-of-the-art data agents struggle badly, with data engineering success rates under 20% and data analysis scores averaging below 40%. The paper is titled, DAComp, Benchmarking Data Agents Across the Full Data Intelligence Lifecycle. And as we will see later, the implications for truly autonomous enterprise data agents are quite significant. Figure 1 illustrates how a single business question turns into a full data intelligence workflow that the benchmark asks agents to handle end-to-end. The left panel shows data engineering architecture, where the agent writes design specifications for analytical tables. The middle section depicts implementation and evolution, in which the agent builds and then repairs multi-stage SQL pipelines. The right panel presents data analysis, where the agent runs queries or Python code, produces reports, and extracts business insights from visualizations. Figure 2 explains how the benchmark judges open-ended analysis using a hierarchical rubric, which means it breaks a complex question into smaller graded pieces. The top of the figure shows an analytical question split into several requirements, so each key aspect of the task is explicit. The middle layer shows path selection nodes that represent different valid solution strategies for a given requirement. At the bottom, colored circles mark individual scoring items for completeness, precision, and conclusiveness, which the judge aggregates upward to form the final score. Table 1 makes clear that this benchmark is much more ambitious than prior agent testbeds because it spans both data engineering and data analysis in one setting. The whole table contrasts many benchmarks on task count, repository level scope, code size, outputs, and evaluation style. The upper block lists general agentic benchmarks like software engineering and web navigation, which usually operate at repository level but focus on narrow outputs, such as code patches or actions. The middle block covers data agent benchmarks that mostly handle single SQL queries or short scripts and rely almost entirely on execution-based scoring. The final row shows that DAComp combines large schemas of roughly 380 columns, around 2,000 lines of code per task, both documentation and SQL or script outputs, and a hybrid of execution-based checks with rubric-driven large language model judging. While Table 1 compared benchmarks, Table 3 shows how current data agents actually perform on data engineering tasks. The table reports several metrics, including cascading failure score, component score, and strict success rate, so it captures both partial and end-to-end correctness. GPT-5 sits at the top with a data engineering score in the low 40s, yet its success rate is only about 20%. Smaller or weaker systems fall into the 20s, which means that fully correct pipelines across the whole repository remain rare for every model. Table 5 shows how different data agents handle the open-ended data analysis tasks, broken down by specific rubric dimensions. The main message is that even the best systems score only moderately overall, and visualization remains a consistent weak spot. Under the open hands baseline, GPT-5 leads but stays below 50% on the final DA score. With the DA agent baseline, GPT-5 improves somewhat, yet no model delivers both high analytical depth and strong communication quality. Alright, the big message is that current data agents handle snippets of code but collapse on full pipelines and on rich, insight-driven analysis. DAComp exposes that gap and offers a realistic testbed to close it for real enterprise use. That is it for this episode of the AI Research Roundup. I am Alex. Thanks for listening.